Hey, it's fall, and that means one thing for sure: the topwater bass fishing is really at its prime all year. So I'm gonna let you guys in on a little 1-2 punch of a couple of my favorite baits for fall topwater fishing. Gosh, dude. Yeah, he's right. Got him.
That's so dang awesome.
All right, so let's get right into it. There's a million baits out there you could pick from topwater wise. Every company makes all different kinds of baits, whatnot. But one that's been working for me ever since I won AOY in 2018, so we're talking 7 years ago now, is the Berkeley cane walker. And it's still right around that $9, $10 range. So very affordable bait. Comes with great hooks right out of the pack. You can just tie it on, take it out of the pack, tie it on and use it. And it's such a great bait in the fall. Creates a lot of disturbance on the water. You can cast it a really long ways and just be really aggressive with this bait. That's really the reason we designed it. We designed it to be a bait that you're gonna use more in some windier conditions, a little bit choppier conditions. That's why the mouth has a nice cup to it, just to be able to spit a ton of water out. And the other bait that I'm gonna show you guys here in a minute is a bait we designed when we're looking for something a little more finesse, when this bait is a little bit too much for him. But I just got done filming with my friend Emil Wagner over at Lake Chateau. We had a blast catching them on both of these baits. And really, when there's a little bit more chop, we were throwing this like I was telling you. And then when it got a little bit calmer and we needed something a little more finesse to talk those fish into biting, that's when we scaled down to the other bait. So real quick on the cane walker, as far as setup goes, and that's gonna go for both of these baits, I'm gonna use the same exact setup. I don't wanna overcomplicate things using different rods when the whole point of this rod is to be able to use it with baits like this that have smaller treble hooks. So these are number 4s, the other bait's number 6s. This is a 7'4" moderate action, medium heavy, moderate. So it's really more like a medium action. It's a really soft rod designed for these kind of baits that have these treble hooks. If you just come out here and you use a 7'3" heavy, medium heavy, or like a 7'5" medium heavy, that's gonna be too big of a rod for these baits. So you want something pretty parabolic that's gonna give. It's gonna allow you to fight those fish, because these things, the spots, and you know, when you get on these schooling fish, they pull like crazy. They're super aggressive, super fast runners, and you need a rod that's going to be really soft and allow you to fight that fish. So 7'4", medium heavy, moderate rod, fast reel. Anytime I'm throwing topwater, it doesn't matter if it's frog, any topwater at all, I'm going to be throwing a fast reel. So it's an 8-3-1 reel, and then 30-pound braid, and you're going to see that I have a nice leader here. Actually have about, I would call it 4 feet, but I tie this leader with an Alberto knot. So this is braid to a 17-pound mono leader. I use mono because it's a floating line. Fluorocarbon actually sinks, and so you don't want to use a fluorocarbon leader on your topwater, but that's all it is right there. Little tiny knot, crazy Alberto. I've been tying this knot to join lines together, braids to fluoro, braids to mono now. For almost 20 years I've been tying this knot, and I've never had it fail me one time. Super simple to tie. If you don't know it, you need to learn it. The FG is a great knot as well, but man, that thing is time consuming. So just as strong in my opinion, and you can tie it so much faster. But you're definitely gonna get more bites, I think, having a mono leader as well. So braid, man, if these fish are spooky and they're kind of weary of, you know, biting a bait, a lot of times they come up, we see them on scope, they're hiding behind, you know, just below the bait, and then they're chasing it, and then they stop, chase it, stop. And to get those fish to really commit, I feel like if they're in that mode, that kind of funky mode like that, having mono for your leader, like a 4-foot, 5-foot, it's gonna do 2 things. It's gonna get you those bites sometimes when those fish are a little not as aggressive, and the other thing it's gonna do is keep your bait from getting tangled up too. If you just tie straight braid to a topwater when you're walking the dog, a lot of times you're gonna get your line caught in the bait. So number 2, this is the other bait that I throw. This is the finesse bait that we're talking about. This is a Berkeley drift walker. This thing has flown under the radar for how good of a bait this thing really is. The first time I ever took people fishing and used this bait, they didn't even honestly know what they were doing. They were in the back of my boat, had to take them fishing for a sponsor, tied this on, and it was a calm day. The fish were a little less aggressive, and they actually outfished me in the back of my boat with me throwing a cane walker and them throwing this Berkeley drift walker. So one thing I do with this bait is I'll tie a loop knot, but again, you see the treble hooks, 3 smaller trebles, so we want to use a softer rod with this bait. And this bait is designed truly specifically for flat calm days. Like if you have a ripple or any type of waves out there on the water, any type of wind, this is not the bait you want to throw. You definitely want to pick up the cane walker in those instances, those situations. But if it is calm, flat calm, this guy just slithers across the top of the water. It's super quiet. You can probably hear that right there. It's just one little knocker, and they cannot stand this thing slithering above their heads. So tremendous bait right there as well. But this is my 1-2 punch, guys. In the fall, even out here on a place like Lake Guntersville where we are right now, cane walker is going to work great. Drift walker is going to work great. These fish really get keyed in on bait. They'll start schooling, start busting. So not just a herring deal, but certainly that's where all this type of stuff has been made famous. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. I mean, look at this. Look at that dude. He has seen way better days. There's no telling how many we've got on that cane walker right there. Got another one right here. That was probably just half a day use on that guy. But that dude that's an OG right there. 7-year-old, 8-year-old bait, one of the first ones. And we absolutely smashed him with it. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Hope that helps you. Hope that helps you catch topwater fish this fall. Such a fun time of year to be doing it. And man, there's nothing better than watching bass blow up on your stuff. So anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Appreciate it. See you. There he is. Gosh, dude.